So again, my name is Brian Day. I'm from the Solar System Exploration Research Virtual Institute at NASA. And I'm here today with my colleague, Emily Law, from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Emily leads the development team at JPL that has put together the software that you're about to see. And she's also the operations manager for the Planetary data system, which is really an incredible resource that you will want to dig into. We initially put together our portals, our planetary data and modeling portals, for the purpose of mission planning. And then they grew into planetary science. But now they're seeing a great use in terms of public outreach and inspiration, and find that the scientific visualizations can be incredibly engaging. And so right now, one of the things that we're doing is really taking this data, using it as a commodity, sending it out to a wide variety of venues. It's being used extensively now by planetariums. And it is a really engaging way to captivate people's imaginations. So what we're going to do today is we're going to concentrate on our Mars portal. And that's marstrek.jpl.nasa.gov. So let's go ahead and start it up.
Actually, version 1.0 is currently available, so you can go to your websites and any browser and you should be able to run it yourself. However, what I'm demonstrating here is a sneak preview of version 2.0, which we are hoping that we're going to release it tonight or tomorrow morning, along with the movie called The Martian, which is written, based on the book. So the main character in the book actually traversed, from one landing site to another landing site through a path. So this particular version that I'm going to show you actually has a bookmark and allow you to be able to journey across, the path along, and you'll be able to look around, stop and look around the surrounding area. So this is one of the key features that we're going to release. So not very many people have seen it, and basically just the developer has seen it. So you're going to have a sneak preview today.
Yeah.
Yep. When you first get to the Mars Track portal, it'll pop up with this "Welcome to Mars Track" here, and you can take this interactive tour. So it would basically allow you to show you what the menu is about, and then give you some tutorial. So, but this time we're going to skip this. So here is basically the surface of the Mars. You can certainly zoom in and out. It's just all the GIS capability. So
Maybe what we would do, let's start out just showing Valles Marineris. So let's kind of zoom in on Valles Marineris here. And this is, of course, Mars's Grand Canyon. And when we say grand, we mean really grand. If this was placed on the Earth, it would stretch across the entirety of North America. So it's really large. And you can get an idea for that. We actually give you the ability to measure. So you can actually draw a line from end to end, and you can measure a distance.
and then you can tell from here, kind of small here, it says about 2,700 kilometers.
Big canyon.
Big canyon.
And let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's draw a line now right across the chasm here. And one of the things you can do now is an elevation profile. So you can see as she moves the cursor across the elevation profile, you can really get an idea of how deep it is. And it is deep. You could sit on Everest down inside of it. So again, a really big canyon. But one of the really cool ways to visualize this is to instead, let's go to the laser altimetry view. So in the, what we have here is we have many different layers connected. So you're able to view through the eyes of many different instruments on a variety of different spacecraft. So what we'll do is, here we're going to get a laser altimetry view where altitude is encoded as color. And blue is low, red, and then white is even higher. And you can get a real nice different visualization here. But it gets even better when we jump into 3D mode. And we can maybe, and then with the game controls here, you can actually fly down into the canyon. So it's got standard keyboard game controls. It allows you to
So as we are in the art session, did you see some artists that could use some of this data
Yeah, so
to generate
this-
flyovers or
Yeah,
scenes for?
the artistry here is hopefully starting to become evident to people. Actually, our precursor institute, the Lunar Science Institute, came out with a booklet called the Lunar Gallery, which actually took scientific images of the moon and had these that were selected for their artistic value. And it's easy to see artistry here. What we might do is, now let's jump to a different view. See the same area seen through the eyes of a different spacecraft, a different instrument. So what we'll do is we'll go to the Mars Odyssey spacecraft and jump to the daytime Themis infrared view.
Infrared eyes.
So now we're going to see this. So again, we can view the same area through different eyes and different shades of light. And with this, you can drop right down, you can fly into the canyon, you can do all kinds of wonderful things. Before we do our Martian path flyover, I think one other fun area to visit is if we go to the landing site of the Spirit rover.
So what we have is, up here is, we actually have a number of bookmarks here. We have the Spirit landing site, Opportunity, Curiosity, the Phoenix, and whatnot. So Brian, you want to go to
Let's go to Spirit. And this is going to take us to the Columbia Hills. This gives us a kind of unique way to visualize, because even though a lot of this imagery was taken by spacecraft looking straight down, because we're able to combine it with the digital elevation models, we can drop down and look at it from any angle. We can sit down on the ground right next to the rovers if we want. And what we'll do here is, again, in 3D mode, we'll kind of, Emily, if we can kind of drop more, yeah, there you go, and we'll kind of zoom in. This is, now notice the terrain. Here we have the Columbia Hills, and notice all these strange dark lines. Anybody know what those are?
The streaks, you mean?
Yeah, so these dark streaks. I'm not asking you, Bernard. But yeah, it really capture people's attention right here. You know, what could those possibly be? And it turns out, yes, those are the paths of dust devils that have gone along the surface and vacuumed up the dust off the surface there, revealing that underlying dark rock beneath. Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to jump to the Martian bookmark, and Emily's going to show you how we can actually fly along the path of the chief character in the story of The Martian. Again, this is not released yet. You're getting the sneak preview. So,
So that's a world premiere, film premiere at EPSC.
yeah, that's right. World
Wow.
premiere right here. But again, so we have portals for the Moon, Mars, and the asteroid Vesta. We're working on Ceres right now. A number of other planets will be forthcoming. But the main thing here is not so much the tool as the data behind it. And think what you can do with this. I was recently at a meeting of people who produce planetarium shows. And we spent the day looking at the data, seeing how it can be used to tell stories. It's really, really powerful.